Right, lads, and welcome back to Everything Pats, your one-stop shop for everything St. Patrick's Athletic. I am once again Everything League of Ireland, joined by Andrew Lanigan.
How we doing, lads? Back for episode six. Crazy that we're already six episodes in, but yeah, we've a lot to get through this week. Obviously, we will be reviewing Friday's narrow defeat to Bohemians, 1-0 loss. Controversial enough, but that's something to get into anyway. Double game week as well. Derry away to Friday and Waterford away to Monday. So yeah, it's going to be full steam ahead for the next week or so. So yeah, obviously a lot to discuss.
And then obviously in the middle we have a bit on our new signing, Kieran Freeman, and obviously our new mascots, justice for Paddy the Panther. But yeah, starting off on that Bohs defeat, look at we obviously predicted good results, which
Mm.
we kind of look stupid now in hindsight. I predicted 4-1. I know there was someone making fun of me on Twitter for that, but yeah, we won't mention him. But yeah, look, coming out of it, I don't think either team really deserved to win it. Obviously, Bohs did get that controversial penalty, but yeah, it was just one of them results, wasn't it?
Oh, big time. I thought the first half we controlled the game completely. We were like dominant, kept the ball very well. We The lack of attacking intent kind of did kill us overall. The longer the game went on, you knew you just knew it would either fade out or balls were gonna fucking nick something. But I thought first half we had a good few chances for us that came close two or three times. Keaton brought out a good save from the keeper. Levy was absolutely excellent. He was everywhere. Mulroney's were great, very good. Connor Keeley, class as usual. But no, we were very good in the first half. Just lacked that killer edge. We could have just done a bit more in an attacking sense, and then obviously going into the second half, the protests, etc. The longer the second half kind of dragged on, you got that feeling it wasn't going to be one of them games. It was going to be one of them games, sorry. And that was controversial penalty. Listen, I've made my opinion on this clear, but I just don't think it was a penalty at all. If I'm being completely honest, dodgy decision for Rob Hennessy. I think he just wanted to make the game about himself. I know it kind of sounds salty. It does kind of sound salty. I thought Pitaluga won the ball, um, and then Torres obviously stepped up and won the game. Outside of that, on a Bohemian point of view, I thought Jordan Flores is obviously a natural centre mid slotting into centre half. I thought he was absolutely excellent for Bohs overall. And obviously slotted away that penalty, the undeserved penalty. But listen, it is what it is. Um, yeah, listen, the I don't know from your like what you're thinking as well, but the lack of
Like watching
service.
it back, I don't think it was a penalty. Obviously, we're going to be a bit biased. We are Pats fans, but um, it you can kind of see where he was coming from at the same time, and the way kind of Peter Luger kind of done it. He kind of tried to drag his foot across and kind of backheel the ball, but I don't think there wasn't. If there was much contact, there wasn't any. He was definitely going for the ball, so I don't see where Hennessy's coming into it, like giving it as a penalty. Of like your man kind of went into him, or like again, I don't think it was a penalty. Looking back on it, I've watched it a couple of times over now.
Definitely, like I look at it from the point of view like if if it was a Pats player in that situation, you'd probably want them to go down as well, wouldn't you? Try play for the penalty, but
Oh yeah, definitely.
it was
It's the other way around. We'd
it
be like,
was
all right, now what penalty? What penalty? That was a great penalty.
it was a harsh one to take though, like, but because I didn't think either team in that second half did enough to win. Like
No,
there was not much in it. From Peter Luger's point of view, he's getting a lot of criticism. His distribution wasn't great at all, was it? Friday
no.
evening, shot
I
stopping,
mm,
very good shot stopper, but he looked like he only started kicking the ball on Thursday. But and it's not what you kind of like to see from someone who, especially apparently recommended by Alison Becker and from Liverpool's academy. But listen, give the fella time, always back to lad. And
I
yeah,
suppose like it's one thing in training being a good shot stopper and all this, but then like he hasn't obviously he did play for what was it, Macclesfield? Or was it not? No, it was Macclesfield, wasn't it? He was playing for in National League or lower.
Macclesfield, yeah, tier rate of English football, yeah. And then he
Yeah,
was
like so
training full time at Liverpool one while he was at them. So It's
every
weird.
single kick out I thought like either went wide or just a Bohs player got it. His distribution's definitely something he's got to work on. Again, like shot stopping, he's grand. He made a good few saves there on Friday, but that is definitely something he has to work on, or at least if just maybe play it out from the back instead of trying
Oh,
to launch it up the pitch.
yeah, obviously, like playing in the eighth year of English football, playing full time, training full time with Liverpool, it wasn't fucking like you wouldn't expect distribution out of that from a player like him. But yeah, obviously another topic, the five back system. Daly's obviously kind of changed the system this season from what he was playing last season, and he's kind of went to a five back kind of, and it's nullified us in an attacking sense. Like we just look a bit lethargic going forward. Listen, it's only second. Players are starting to just like still gelling together, like etc. But I was kind of worried with the lack of service Keaton got. Keaton was very good. I thought like what he had to do. Um, but yeah, it was. I didn't really like understand what I was watching some of the time. Like I was confused, like about the shape sometimes, and then I think it was the 65th minute. Nil he reverted, like he knew the game's kind of slipping away, so we reverted to a 4-2-3-1, bring on Brandon Kavanagh, and it kind of we did look a bit better on the ball and gone forward and getting at balls, and then obviously you had the pass back from Redmond to Pitaluga, and obviously the dodgy penalty. But yeah, overall it wasn't the ideal result for second game of the season, but not gonna go into massive meltdown over it, are you really? Listen, we can put that right. The next two matches coming up Friday and Monday. So
What I was thinking, like going home, is I think defensively we have it's kind of already like attacking wise. I think just it takes a bit longer for it to glue together. Like that just does seem to be the problem going forward. So there's not much of a. I, I think that players up front just need to gel a bit more. Is the way I'd look at it. I think obviously
yeah,
we've brought
definitely.
in a
Like
good few more attacking
obviously,
players, and it seems to at the back it just seems to set in. Keely slotted in, no problem. Turner seems to be playing well, but up front it just seems like if you think about it, we've only scored 2 goals so far, and both of them were from set pieces, and both of them were from Jamie Lennon. Like so,
yeah, it's a weird one. Like you still have Brandon Kavanagh coming into the team as well, Kane Kavanagh all off the bench. Like so, you still don't know what his preferred kind of front line is going to be when we do line out. Yeah, listen, they do need to gel together because Levy's kind of playing a different kind of role this season. I was very impressed with him Friday night, obviously as well. But like sometimes I was watching him and he'd be out on the left wing, and then sometimes he'd be playing like as a 10. I couldn't understand it personally sometimes. I don't know, like I'd say for the people in the same boat, just the five back system. Like it's all well and good going and doing that against Rovers and Derry teams. Like can try and sit in and solve pressure and beat them on the break. But I said it before, teams we should be going at from minute one. We shouldn't be playing a five back. No way. Like get at them with the quality, better players than most teams in the league to get at them and go and beat them. Like so ultimately, like if we carry on just the back and it doesn't work, it could cost Daly his job. I don't think it will. I don't think Daly will be under pressure
I
for a
think
long time,
you're
obviously
hopping into that a
myself.
bit early now.
Um yeah, no, definitely. But like like it's just weird. It's like I could be completely wrong, and the five pack system could be just something we just have to get used to over time, and then we start going in our results. But
It's
it's
very
the football isn't
Clancy-esque anyway.
pretty. That's one thing for sure. That's what I was saying. It has Clancy fingerprints all over it. But listen, I'm gonna back the man, back what he does. And maybe Friday was just a blip and off day. Got to get behind the team, especially for the two big games coming up Friday and Monday. And yeah, that's it on the Bohs end, really. Obviously, you you have a lot to say in the protest as well, don't you? Um,
Yeah, like obviously
overall,
I covered a protest myself on my own account. It's look it I fully agree with the protest in terms of where it's coming from. I know a good few lads who were involved obviously in making the display for the cup final and they were rightfully annoyed. I was actually even sure the cup I didn't even know there was protest going on this game until I was told like walking into the ground that was something going on. And look it The game was delayed, this, that, and the other. Obviously, at Bohs end, they threw a flare. I think, but from the looks of the video, I didn't want to like, I don't want to accuse them of anything, but like, it looked like they were aiming for Rory Keaton, and your man was throwing an aim for Rory Keaton. Rory Keaton kind of moved and it hit your man Keane Byrne, but look,
Yeah,
it's the
I
sort of
don't.
thing you can't be doing in League of Ireland grounds. Fair enough, pyro. I've already said it before. I don't mind pyro. I like pyro. I think it adds to the atmosphere. But when you start throwing things in the pitch, that's when you're
Ex-
ruining things. And obviously now
Exactly. Yeah.
it's cost
Yeah,
Bows in terms of they've been barred from bringing away fans to their game against Drogheda United. I don't think there was anything at Pat's end because I don't really think Pat's fans did anything. There's obviously streamers and went on the pitch, but that was more so just to delay the game. There wasn't anything, you know, really intended beyond that. But yeah, look,
yeah.
it's one of them things that's very prevalent in the league that kind of needs to be stamped out.
That's it. Yeah, like I'm off a pyro myself. I- not a big fan of it, but like I don't mind it. Obviously, I just said it adds to the atmosphere, but I seen a statement there early from the PFAI that like I think if it's used in a safe manner, I think there's no reason why it shouldn't be like permitted. But obviously, you're gonna have the few people that ruin it for everyone, aren't you? Like, but yeah, no, I fully agree with the protest as well. Like after the antics in the cup final, it's disgraceful what the FEI did an hour or two before kick off. So, fair play to both sets of supporters that actually wanted to get their message across, but obviously the odd minority kind of ruined it for Bohs fans. And like, listen, it is what it is. But um,
Yeah, I do say thankfully, even rivalry aside, thankfully Keane Byrne wasn't actually seriously injured. I know he did get a bit of a burn, but like you have to remember like these yokes are fucking a flare's burning about 1,000 degrees Celsius, it hits your skin even for a second, it's gonna burn. But yeah. Moving on anyway, in terms of signings, I suppose we're still doing signings at this point in the season already. We're already what into February and there's still signings coming in. Kieran Freeman has joined the club from Dundee United. Formerly played for Southampton's under 18s. He also played in Premier League too. Plays mainly right back, but he also has played right mid, so that's kind of something to note that he could play in midfield if he's called upon. But one thing you were saying, he's a bit injury prone, and it seems we've got a few players in the squad now that are like that.
yeah, definitely. Like think Daly brought him in because obviously if the likes of Axel Stjolberg has picked up two big injuries. McLaughlin's very injury prone himself, and he's currently out injured. So we did kind of need another right back, and Kieran Freeman, he's only 23 years of age. Like, mad to think some of the teams he's played for, but he does have a lot of experience. He's made 53 appearances for Dundee the past 5 years and in the Scottish Premier Division. So it's a lot of experience to bring over to the League of Ireland. And yeah, he started his career at Southampton playing the Premier League too. Um, but yeah, as far as I'm aware, he suffered three serious injuries when he was at Southampton as well. So hopefully he can stay injury free. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he gets on. He wasn't in this, or was he in the squad Friday? Do you know?
I don't think so because I think he only.
No.
I think we obviously put the podcast out on Wednesday. I think he signed on Wednesday, so I don't think he was in
Yeah.
the squad. The problem of him being a bit injury prone now, that's the only issue. It seems to be we're bringing a lot of players into the club that seem to be carrying injuries or are kind of consistently getting injuries. And look, you can't fault the player for that too much, but it is something to note.
Palmer came in and very injury prone, but they do look like decent players, little coops. They do manage to stay fit, and hopefully we just get a good bit out of them for the season. Like, because we do need the squad we have to compete at the highest levels for the whole season. Touch wood now, we don't pick any up big injuries because apart from maybe Redmond last season, we did avoid a lot of big injuries last season, thank God.
Gravasti as
Um,
well.
so yeah, Gravasti as well, yeah, big injury, yeah, two. He's picked up two big injuries now. Still easing his way back into the squad as well, so he'll be looking new signing when he comes back as well. So yeah, hopefully just get these new players in, stay fully fit, and see what they can offer for the duration of the season while they're here.
It's also worth mentioning as well, Sean McHale. He's left for Wexford. I think you were mentioned before. He's played a few preseason games, few Leinster Senior Cup games.
Yeah, he's young enough. Yeah, Sean, listen, any young player that goes on loan to like a League of Ireland club, First Division club, it's always a good thing because if they have a standout season at that club, they're going to come back into the squad and they're going to be fighting for their places. Like, um, I reckon he'll do well at Wexford. I really think he will. Um, yeah, I think he played extra there the other day against Shamrock Rovers. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he gets on in the First Division at Wexford as well. So, best of luck to him. He obviously won the under 19 league as well with Pats part of that season. And I think he's been with the club since 2022 as well. So, yeah, just best of luck to him. He's obviously only gone alone and hopefully does well for Wexford.
And then another news at the club, obviously, we've got two new mascots. I think they're Manny and Paddy. They're called. All I will say is justice for Paddy the Panther anyway. But yeah, I just thought that was I thought that was gas that we're all of a sudden bringing mascots back into the club. I suppose you kind of have to go down that way when you're talking like appealing to the more family oriented fans.
Yeah, definitely. I was happy when I went through the turnstiles there on Friday. I didn't get jump scared by any of them, so I was happy enough with that. But yeah, I didn't even see it. I think I've seen them outside the stadium for Friday. That was about it. Didn't see them other than that. Like I'd say, they probably did want to the massive firework and pyro display.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
if you were in a big, suit made of cloth, you'd want to avoid things that are gonna set you on fire.
oh, definitely, yeah, 100%. Nah, listen, it's the club's decision. Like, I don't really have an opinion on it, like, good or bad. Like, to be fair, it's a bit random, but listen,
We're
it'd be
just
good
hoping
for
for
like,
some mascot races. Beat that
yeah.
Hooperman fella. And that what's
Oh,
that the one Sligo have something the bull fella, I can't remember the name of
I don't know. Oh, yeah, I know the fella you're on about now, yeah.
him.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Paddy against the Who fella in a scrap like that. That'd be good entertainment, I'd say. Down in the Red Cow
Who've you got your
in
money on?
Diva, the warehouse. Oh, I don't know, man. I haven't seen Paddy in action that much yet, to be fair. That Who fella loves running up and down them lines at the Tallaght Stadium. So, yeah, listen, I don't know. Especially, like, it might be for the younger fans, like, it is for the younger fans, like the kids and all. So, it's new to the match day kind of experience for the young fellas. So, it is what it is. I don't really have an opinion, if I'm being completely honest. Like,
I don't have an opinion. Proceeds to talk for about 2 minutes about
yeah,
it.
that is that's that in a nutshell, unfortunately.
Anyway, moving on to this weekend's fixtures. Obviously, we have a double header, both away games. First up, Derry City away in the Brandywell. A stadium we haven't had much success in at all. I was just looking back, I think the past 5 years, 7 losses, 4 draws, 1 win, and then obviously that cup win as well. But I suppose it wasn't penalties. I'm not sure if you want to count that as a win, but yeah, it's a game that I'm after the performance against Bohs, definitely a bit nervous about.
Yeah, definitely. Like I'm the same. Derry be a very tough game. That's like from recent knowledge, we don't tend to play well up in the Brandywell, really, do we? It's got like on Astro, it's going to be such a tough game of football. I don't think it's going to be a pretty game of football. It never is when we go up here as well. And I do expect Daly to go up with a similar system. Like this is where I think the five back system against the likes of Derry away, Rovers away, would come in use to soak up pressure, etc. Like, and I do think he'll go to the same system. But obviously, Derry have brought in a lot of good players as well. Hubin, notably, I think he's going to have a standout season. Obviously, the two top scorers of last season going up head to head, Keaton against Hubin. But Derry have a very, very good squad, don't they? Realistically, like some amount of players in that team. They picked up two nasty injuries there on Saturday, unfortunately. Cameron Dummigan, as far as I'm aware, went off on a stretcher,
Ooh,
and McElhenney, I think, could be wrong
didn't even
about that.
actually
But
hear about that. That's actually
yeah,
too big. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, two
two
big
big
losses.
injuries. Yeah, so for Derry especially, but they do have the depth players to come in and fill them roles notably. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Obviously, Pats did end up getting 220 tickets in the end. So Yeah, terrace tickets. Be interesting to see where they throw us now Friday evening. Because I still haven't a clue where we're going to be standing. But as long as
Behind
I
the
can see
goal,
the
I'm
game,
fairly sure. On the opposite end to where we were last season. As far as I'm
yeah,
sure now, anyway, we won't know until we get up there. And I thought Derry's actually like doesn't say on the tickets. Obviously, usually it says like away section, this, that, the other, but it doesn't actually say on them. So I'm not exactly sure. I'm
yeah,
fairly sure that's where it is. We're probably just gonna be standing out in the open on a bit of tarmac, maybe a bit of grass. So hopefully it doesn't rain and everybody's standing in a big mud fest.
yeah, exactly. I can't see us making many changes. I don't think we'll make any changes at all, from being completely honest, for Derry away. Like maybe Brandon Kavanagh come in for Jake Mulroney. But no, I think they'll stick with the same system. And I think if we come out there with a point to successful, like, 'cause I do think they will control the ball for the most part of the game. Like, I think we'll let them do that. Try and hit them on the counter. So good pressure. But if we come out with there with a point, they'll be very happy. Nil all, 1-1. If we come out with a win, oh my God, be an even bigger bonus. But yeah, listen, Derry away, it's never really is a pretty game, is it? Like, really, you
No,
don't
no,
expect
not
to
at
go up
all.
there and fucking play them off the park. Like,
It's either
so
one or the other. It's usually a boring, scoreless game, or we just go up and get thumped. Like last season, obviously, what was it, 3-0 we lost for the last game of the season. I think that was kind of just a uh,
yeah,
dead rubber game. But obviously, then we lost 2-0 as well up there back in April, I think it was. Like as you were saying, Hooban, especially, start already off to a great start. He's already got a goal and assist. I know they did now draw the Sligo there Saturday just gone, but still would be a bit nervous going up.
definitely, yeah. Like, you say yourself, like, Derry, they have a very good home record as well. They're very hard to beat at home. Like,
Hostile place to go.
definitely 100%. Like, the Astro doesn't help as well. I think the pitch is absolutely horrendous. I don't know whether the Astros are still even a thing in League of Ireland. But listen, as long as we just go make a good account of ourselves, I think the results the only thing really matters. Like, for being completely honest, after Friday's antics, losing at home to Bohs, like, be interesting to see if we go out and perform after that, which I hope we do. But I was just looking at myself as well. Derry, like, it's two big games for Derry as well. Derry have us Friday and then they've Rovers away to Monday. Like, you think us three teams will be up there towards the end of the season. Like, so it's a big double weekend for them as well. So it'll be interesting to see if they'll rest a few players Monday, with Rovers as well. So no, it should be a good game. Not like a good game of football, but the atmosphere should be good. From the home end, could sell out. I think there's only a few home tickets left. So
I don't
Pat's
think they're
bring
selling any home tickets actually.
at
Like
what do you
it's
mean?
I think it's only season ticket holders.
Oh, is it? Oh,
I'm
that's
fairly
mad.
sure. That was the whole thing about the tickets. I'm fairly sure they're not selling any. They kept obviously a small number of home tickets to sell, but they've been forced that their hands kind of been forced that they've had to give us the tickets in that way. So I don't think there's any home tickets. So it will definitely be a sellout unless, of course, you have season ticket holders not showing up. But
Yeah,
considering the game
exactly.
that it is, I'd say it will be a full house.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully, just to know as well, the security's a lot better up there because from my experience, the past few years of being up there, like, the security up there is like an absolute shambles. Um, like, just they don't even bat it if you get attacked by Derry fans, like stones, brick, and everything like so. Hopefully, feel a bit safer up there this time. But listen, it is what it is. It be day out anyway, up north anyway. So looking forward to it, and hopefully we can just grind out a result somehow, some way, and then the big one, well, not the big one, but it's a double header weekend. Waterford away, quick turnaround. So yeah, looking forward to both games myself.
Yeah, obviously talking about Waterford, a team that only just come up this season and they've started off fairly well to be honest. Obviously they got a draw at home against Shells, and I think a lot of that game they're actually on top. Probably a bit unfortunate to get a draw out of Shells and then draw it away. Then they got a 4-1 win against them, which I thought was a very surprising result. I didn't think Waterford would go to draw and get a result. Usually United Park's not an easy place to go. Obviously, last time we played them was 2022 in the cup, first round of the cup. At home they knocked us out. It was they obviously beat us 3-2. So
Yeah,
there's always a bit of bite when we play Waterford now, to be honest.
Yeah, it's going to be a very tough game. Like the only thing that softens that that cup knockout is the fact that I was in Croatia on holiday at the time and we just knocked out um the Slovakian team or the Slovenian team. What are they called again?
And it's Murrah.
Mura. That's what they're called. Yeah, beat them on penalties. That kind of softened the blow a bit. But Waterford have recruited excellently well. I think Robbie McCourt, obviously they saw him from Dundalk. Bagley, good midfielder. So brought in Darrell Grant Horton, and Rakowski, formerly of Bohs. And they've brought in a few loan players off Fleetwood. And if loan players from England are anything to go, boy, you seen it at Shell's last season when they like it's not really a fair comparison, but seeing it from Shell's point of view last season, they brought in a few players from Hull on loan, the likes of Will Jarvis, who's there at the moment, and
Harry Wood as well.
Harry Wood as well. So if the English lads are anything to go, boy, they're going to be very good. Like no game this season is going to be a walkover. I remember Daly saying it in his post match interview there on Friday against Bohs. Like every game is going to be tough. It's crazy. Like anyone can finish anywhere over the course of the season. But yeah, it'd be an interesting one, a very interesting double game weekend. Like if we go and get 6 points, you're fucking like I said at the start of the season, 9 points out of 12. I would have been very happy with even 12 or even 10. Like, but no, I'd be happy with 4 points this weekend for me, completely honest. Like, draw against Derry and hopefully go beat Waterford. But, like, at the end of the day, like, anything can happen. We could go win both games, we could go lose both games. That's just, like, that's the exciting aspect to the League of Ireland. Like, I don't know what it's like from what you think, but that's what I
Well,
find.
it's not exciting to lose, you know.
No, you know what I mean. But it's
And
just, yeah, no, yeah, that too. But it's just like the unknown factor you get going to games like it's like Cook Show. Well, this isn't a very good example because we're usually awful at Rovers away. We haven't won there. Like, could go beat Rovers away one weekend, then I don't know, lose a draw at home the next week. No disrespect to draw that, like, but see, you do have that unpredictable factor in the league, and it is just football, it really, isn't it? But yeah,
yeah,
looking
look, it's
forward.
still early days, like, you
Exactly,
know.
like yeah, won't be going into meltdown if we do lose both ends because the team's still gelling together. You still have a good few signings in that side, and you do have a lot of good footballers in that side. Like I have seen a few Pats fans going to meltdown on social media after a few games, like criticizing specific players like Mulroney, for example. Like there isn't any need for it, in my opinion. But no, two big games coming up, Derry and Waterford, and yeah, then Dundalk the Friday, and we've Shells, I think, after that, and then the trip to America for the lads. So, not an exciting few weeks up and coming.
Yeah, I think you've said everything I was gonna say. I'm kind of lost. I had a few things there to say, and I'm kind of lost for words now.
Sorry, man. Sorry, I'm
Nah,
just a
I said I'd
waffler.
let you waffle, you know. People could just skip past that part anyway.
Fair enough, yeah.
I'll put a little timestamp on the video for them to skip by it. But yeah, look, I think that's about all we have. Do you want to do any score predictions?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right, there you way. I'm going to go. I'm going to go 1-0, and then Waterford away. I'm going to go 1-0 Pats. Yeah, they're my two score predictions. I suppose since I gave mine, you should give yours. I think that's the way it should go.
Um, well, I was thinking of draw as well in Derry. I was thinking 2-2 now. I think it might be a bit of a game that there's a few goals in it, to be honest. Waterford away. I don't know actually. I don't know. I was thinking 1-0 as well, but yeah, I'll say 1-0. I don't want to be too over. I was too overconfident last week, and that came back to kick me in the teeth. So I'm not gonna do that again.
No, that's really it, isn't it? That is all for this week, anyway. Not much more to discuss. Don't know if you've seen yourself, but the new mural outside Richmond Park of all the cup winners looks very good.
I didn't
Well,
actually see it in person. I saw a picture of it. I was meant to
yeah,
actually go and have a look at it, but I was once we lost against Bohs, I was just like, yeah, I want to go home. I wasn't arsed hanging around anymore. I'll
Yeah,
have a look at it when's the next time? Dundalk.
yeah, the dog.
Well, I'll probably be around Inchicore before that. But yeah, look. Anyways, lads, as always, feel free to leave your feedback. We do have a comments page for the Spotify page or on YouTube as well. We've of course been Everything League of Ireland.
How, I've been Angelo Lanigan, lads. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you all for episode 7 very soon. Make sure you do follow us on Twitter and are subscribed to the YouTube and following us on Spotify as well. Will be much appreciated. All the best, lads, and take care.